Hey, good morning, YouTube. Don't get no tripod today, so you just kind of sitting there. I'll do somewhat of an update, I guess. Still just cruising along. Uh, got an appointment coming up the second. That's from my primary care. But I'll just start talking to him about getting off this potassium pill. Um, I just can't get my head around why I have to take it. And I don't think they can tell me why either. So, there's really no reason to take it. My last blood test, potassium's like borderline high. But they got me on potassium supplement. So I think my body's doing fine. And so just get off of that. There's no reason for it. And simple as that. It's not even costly or anything like that. It's just there's no reason to take it. So I'll talk to him on the second, but I'll take it till then. Then 28th, I have to go inland and see the gastrologist. Get scheduled for an upper GI and get scheduled for abdominal scan. And so that'll probably all be getting done in the month of March, I guess, since I don't see her till the end of February. And however soon they can get me in. They're usually pretty fast about scheduling those other two appointments. But I am still on the medication for the joint and muscle pain. I can't remember what it's called. I guess I could look real fast, but I'm on a low dose of it, and it is working. And but I think I have to call that doctor and see about getting the dose up some. I missed a dose the other night, and it is working. It is working. I can guarantee you that. So it does help. It does help enough, but it is what it is. But I think we should go stronger with that. It's called what the hell is it called? Pregabalin, something like that. But that's what it is. And so when I missed the dose, I was up at 3 a.m. and couldn't figure out what was going on, why I was hurt so much. And then I came out here and I was like, oh hell, missed my evening dose. It's the only thing I take at night, but I just forgot, and too much was going on, and off to bed I went and didn't take it. Man, not a whole lot really going on. I am gaining weight. What kind of weight, I really don't know. It must be some muscle mass, but my belly's getting, it's getting big, It's like, damn, is that ascites coming back? Because that's a huge worry right now. But I can tell it's not. It's just, I guess I'm getting fat. Yeah, that's the verbiage I use anyways, But I'm up to 177 now. And I couldn't believe it. And so I guess I'm in my target range where I want to be, between 175, 180. So I don't know, we'll get up to 180, see what happens. I've been over 200 at one time, been over 220 actually. But I don't want to get that fat again. But So it was nice to see, 177. It's like, dang, When I left ICU, I was 145. So that's 30, what is that? 32 pounds I've gained, and it's taken a year. And so it takes a while to gain weight. I don't know if that's the way it is for everybody, but I had to eat good, so I couldn't gain my weight just from eating shit food, but occasionally I do. Occasionally I do. But mainly, just protein and, chicken and the occasional Abby's pizza. The meat's a protein, but the sodium levels in those cured meats is really high. But I still don't think I have a problem with sodium. I know some days I push it, I just say, well, the hell with it. I do know I probably go over 2,000, but that's not very often. But sometimes I just I just want to eat like a dang pickle, and, it's just loaded with sodium in a pickle, but, I'll break down sometimes and, pepperoni sticks, that's something I've enjoyed, for 50 years, whatever, 40 years. But if you look at the sodium level in one of those, it's like, holy hell. So one of those Reese's pepperoni sticks is like 450 milligrams of sodium, So think about that, when you're loading up on sodium. I could sit down and eat the whole tub. The wife can get the whole tub of them over there at work and get her employee discount, yada yada. Anyways, but I can't. If I've got it here, it's just like I can't just eat one of those. I don't think I've ever just bought one pepperoni stick. But it is what it is, But other than that, I try to eat, fairly good food. And I'll admit, I'm not religious about it. But I am aware and I am cautious. And it comes down to it, the gastrologist basically eat anything you want. Try to stay away from the crap food that has sodium in it. And, protein. You need the protein. Which is kind of good and bad because the protein could cause other issues, but I'll get into that some other day. I have to read some more so I know what I'm talking about better. But, that's where I'm at. It's just, I can't really complain. I could feel still better, but I'm up and about. I did go up to the county seat a couple weeks ago. I don't think I've blogged about that, but I did get out. So it's like one of the first trips that I went out and did something that wasn't really doctor related, I know a couple of times I hit the farmer's market, but yada yada. So anyways, I went up to the county seat. Didn't get to see everybody I wanted to see. Went out to pizza with a couple of the employees there that I'm friends with. And came back up. It was about a 5-hour trip. It only takes us about half hour to get there, but the time spent and whatnot. And of course we had to go have, pizza and yada yada. No time clocks really punched, you know. But so who knows how long we were there. But it was about 5 hours, you know. And I was pretty tired, and when I got home, my neck was really sore. I don't know why, but it was sore for like 2 days. I don't know. My neck's never bothered me before, but so that was my big outing. So I'll plan something else here soon, I guess. Go do something. I got Medford trip coming up, but probably have to pull iron panel. I'm positive on that. And it's been a minute since we pulled an iron panel. Well, I guess the rheumatologist pulled one. And so that had to have been just a little over a month ago, because my prescription just ran out. Probably took a week. So it's been about 5 weeks. He did pull an iron panel, and it looked fine. And I questioned their numbers. I don't remember if I said anything about it, but it's like I had an iron panel here, and my ferritin, I believe, was like 36.4. I think that's what it was. It's been a while since I looked at it. And then like 3 days later, without doing anything, they pulled a iron panel on me. My ferritin was 23. I'm like, holy hell, you know. And the bottom end of normal is 32, I think. But I questioned them. They called me and to go over all my test results, and I questioned them about it. Of course, they didn't have nothing to say. But I just can only go by this lab. I can't be going between two different labs if the numbers are that far off. And I know my ferritin won't drop that low that fast. It just is not going to happen. I've followed it the entire process for a year. And I've said it many times, you know, the lower it gets, the less it lowers. You know, the harder it is to get that number to go lower and lower, you know. You just have to keep bleeding all over and, you know, getting rid of that blood. But, anyways, that's where we're at. Beautiful weather here on the beach. As you can see, the sun just beaming in the window all of a sudden behind me. But, guess I should have shut that curtain. But, I wanted to do an update outside. We were having these spectacular sunrises, and so once I said, you know, I decided it's like, man, I should go outside and just film the sunrise and do an update. And then once I decided to do it, we're not getting the red and orange and across the whole sky out here, you know, out over the ocean. But I missed the opportunity. Now it's just sunlight glaring, you know. But update some on some family stuff, I guess. And seems like, you know, I feel good, you know. Don't get me wrong, I feel good. And but it, you know, some of the family members around us or friends, you know, the wife's mom, you know, she was in the hospital and had to, you know, get some transfusions, and then the wife's best friend's husband, they put him in hospice, and he is a trooper, you know, and he went through this radiation, and I don't know what it got him, but maybe a week's time, to be honest, you know. and he was supposed to start up chemo after the radiation. They were irradiating his brain because it metastasized to his brain, and so anyways, they stopped treatment, sent him home, or I believe he probably went back home. I'm not sure. We haven't got positive answer on that yet. The wife's kind of just been not bothering him. But she did talk to her last night, but I don't think she said anything about it. But anyways, they gave him, less than 4 weeks. So, which means probably about 2, maybe 3. And sad, something else happened too. What else? I think that was it. Oh, and my good old buddy G23, you guys all see him comment once in a while on my videos. He's had a health setback, and so send out some good vibes to him, man. He's a good dude, and he's down and hurting right now. I did call him, and he sounded like he's in good spirits, and I need to give him a call back. And if you're watching old G23, good karma's flowing your way. And I'll reach out. I'll give you a call here. Check in on you. Other than that, that's not much staying positive there, which is my goal for this year. But, we do the best we can. The wife made another trip down to Redding, and she just made it back, when her mom got sick. And her mom's back home on the mend now, so that's a good thing. And the wife's sister went down there, and she's using up some comp time of sorts, and so she's there. And the wife's brother's down there too to do whatever's needed, and so she's on the heel. Poor dog. I don't know about the poor old dog either. Yeah, she's hanging in there, but I swear she's got to be blind and deaf now. But she can get around barely. She hurt her hip again really bad. And I don't know, I think she's 13, life expectancy's 10, so there's that. And it'll be a hard day for the wife, But try to stay positive. Other than that, folks, there's not a whole lot going on. Still looking into getting into something here, for the community again, which will probably, be helping the homeless. They always need help, but who knows? I know one thing. We got to get this fentanyl off the streets here. It's really sad in this small little coastal community. The people that just come to visit us. I mean, people come just to hang out. To have this problem, in the background, and it's bad. And the sheriff put a presser out here a couple of weeks back, 2, 3. And he had a couple of good points on it. And I wanted to talk to him when I went up to the county seat. But he wasn't in his office when I went. He had a couple, points, on it. And one of them's about, the potency, and the amount of Narcan it takes now to, to save these opiate overdoses. And one or two doses up the nose is not even starting, they're running 6, 8 doses. And I don't know, man. I don't know what we can do. You gotta treat it, if you do treat it, which this is the way I believe it should be, as a social issue. We need some way for these people to test the strength of this street drugs without punishment. And so they can get their, you can't stop them from taking it, but would it be more conducive for us to have a means to test their drugs, and so they know what their doses are, or if they think they've just bought off the street, say an Oxy 10, and that's what they think they've bought, or even an Oxy 30, because that's what they disguise them as. That's the most popular, and then it's loaded up with this high dose fentanyl. But I know in the presser, the sheriff did talk about, something along the lines of public safety versus criminal. I'd have to reread it, but I got what he was saying, and it's pretty much in line how I feel. I would have liked to talk to him. I had a little list, a bullet list, but maybe I'll email him. I don't know. He's a busy man, but I would like to see him expand on that. Not to do this to be punitive. We already have Good Samaritan laws in place and stuff. And we don't really do anything for overdoses. It's not criminal. It's not a criminal activity to overdose. Everybody's more than welcome to overdose with no, repercussions legally. It's not there. On one of my ride-alongs, that was like one of the first calls we went on an overdose, and I talked to the deputy about it. It's like, where does it go from here? He's like, it's out of our hands. It's not a criminal. It's not a criminal issue. Yeah, they took drugs, and yeah, they overdosed, and this wasn't so much a narcotic overdose. I think it was some like other kind of prescription drugs this person had taken, and just like, I don't know. I really don't know. It wasn't opiates though, because they didn't have to Narcan her or anything like that. She was just really sick. And they took her off. But that's the end of it, as far as the legality of a criminal issue of any sort. And so that's the way it should be. I know a lot of people were against Proposition 110 when we voted it in here, and I think that's great. And I've shocked a lot of people talking about drugs and making it, I've always said it's a social issue. It's not a criminal issue. We're never going to get rid of it. It's just not going to go away, drug usage. And so if it's opiate or a synthetic opiate, people are gonna be able to get it. Supply and demand. It's basic. We learned about this back in like 4th grade, I believe, supply and demand. And it's just the way it is. A prime example is yesterday we went down to our harbor to buy crabs. Well, we know we don't have any crabs on my part of the coast right now because of the acid levels. But we have this magic line right down the road here that extends out in the ocean. It's 3 inches wide. It's painted white on the road. One side's California and one side's Oregon. And it's less than 10 miles. I mean, it's just right down here. But on the other side of the line, them crab are good. So we still have the demand here, and we have the supply there. So they just go through their legal hoops, and I got me Cali crabs. And that's the way, I'm not going to not buy crabs, but this, I buy it from, who's got them. So supply and demand, I was demanding it, they supplied it, and, the wife just went down there, we called and ordered, and we'll take a couple, and, and they clean and cook them and everything right there for you in front of you. And great prices. They actually kicked us a free crab, The price is so expensive. I wish we could just get down here and crab. But I think it's even closed for us off the docks. I'm not sure. I haven't looked. I can't pull a crab pot, I think we could probably do something, but it wasn't bad. It was $28 for the 2 crabs that we actually paid for, which is right around normal price for this time of year. And then she kicked in the third, so it was like, woohoo. So the crabs, they're about 2.5 pounds is what they average here on the coast of the Dungees. You'll catch an occasional big old dinner plate size one, but the average is 2.5 pounds. But yeah, so we had crab. That was good, and still got some. Probably have crab tonight, I'm sure, of some sorts. Actually, I think I still have crab salad in there. I'll have for breakfast, man. And but back to the drugs, Some way to get it off the streets, or at least get it tested. Off the streets, we're not going to get. So that was bad wording. They need to get it tested without fear of jail. Kind of like what the Netherlands do. Anybody's ever studied their drug policy, and they even go as far as to supply government heroin. No different than us. We still supply government marijuana. We do. So I was for Prop 110. People say, "Oh, you guys just legalized all these drugs." Well, that's not what happened. There's a difference between decriminalization, legalization. There's a difference here, and so. Small amounts have been decriminalized. It's not worth the justice system's time and money to prosecute somebody for one oxy pill. How much of our tax monies do we want to spend to house this person because he had one oxy pill? Think about the cost. I mean, are we that vindictive that we're going to go broke? Which we are, and go for these for-profit jail systems, and I could go on forever on that subject, but anyways, I'll ponder, and I would like to reach out to the sheriff, though. I was really hoping to talk to him when I was up there, but our sheriff is active out in the field a lot. And so I know how busy he is. I sit here and I listen to him. But does a great job, too. You guys ever want to see how a true constitutional sheriff operates? Come to Curry County. And you'll get a first-hand taste. Yeah. None of our police officers are on headline news for beating people to death, I could tell you that. That ain't happening here. But that's about it, guys. You know, like I said, I'm cruising. I'm feeling all right. You know, the pain that I do have it's all right as long as I don't move. As long as I don't move. No, but it's not too bad. I can sleep at night, so there's that. And not being able to really sucked. And so maybe I'll talk, like I said, to the rheumatologist. We can double it. We can really increase this medicine he gave me. We're at the bottom starter dose, and we can really go up. And it's not narcotic, so that's great. And so you can't really, once you get used to it, you just can't really tell you're taking it. And that works perfect for me because I don't want to walk around with a fog head all the time. I hate it, you know. It's just, I don't know. Y'all who get it, y'all know, you know. It's just like, and this started that way, you know. I'm like, oh no, you know, not again. but ain't got nothing else. Come on over to the beach. We just had some nice Checo effect come through, running 72 degrees here. It was pretty nice. A little cooler now. I'm only supposed to have a high of 50 today. 50 today. But that's the way the weather is here, you know. And February usually is a good month, and we'll get some warm weather. Everybody else will be freezing to death. You know, we'll be blue skies. We've been just blue skies for days here. It's supposed to cloud up a little bit, but just blue skies. Oh, I'm going to get off here. That's my update. Nothing really to update, but, you know, maintaining and, the best, you know, I can be, I guess. Yeah, you know. At least I'm up and around. I can get out. You know. My wife can go on her trips to California. You know, no worries. Take care of myself, and that's really nice, you know. So be dependent on someone, you know, like your infant again, it kind of sucks, you know. I didn't need a butt wiper, thank God. I didn't get that bad, that, you know. But it was getting close, you know, before I felt better. And that's where we're at, folks. You guys reach out to OG23. Go over there and subscribe to his channel, give him some love. And hopefully he'll have a fast recovery too. And he can get back onto his live shows on Saturdays. But I'm going to bug out of here and get this uploaded. Finally got my new computer. What a fiasco that was. But got refunded, yada yada. And so everything was fine there in the end. And that's it. You guys stay healthy and stay positive. Peace out.